Assalamu alaikum all. Today I'm going to be talking about doubling your money with halal investing and what it takes to actually do that. Now with halal investing, you can definitely double your money, but it does take a lot of time and patience, and it's definitely possible. And I'm going to be talking about the steps to do that in today's video. So yeah, I just want to say welcome to Simple Muslim Money, which is all about simple halal investing and personal finance for Muslims. So what it definitely needs is time and patience. You need to start small and then kind of build it up like a snowball. And it's all down to compounding, which is a really important thing to understand. So it's important to understand how a compounding graph looks. And I've got one on the side here today. And what you notice is that initially it starts off really small. And then the longer you stay in it, eventually it just kind of shoots up. And it's really important to understand that. So it's really important for that initial time just to leave your money in there. The longer you leave it in there, the better. At some stage it's going to really shoot up. And what you hear about the media talking about is like celebrities and people that sold maybe a startup or something. So you're looking at sports people like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, people earning loads of money, or maybe the richest people in the world like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. You got Tom Brady, or people that have sold, set up a startup and then kind of sold it and made like millions and millions of pounds. And those are very rare cases. There's only like certain amount of people that do that, like really tiny amount. So most of the millionaires that have done really well just built it up with a regular income, and they've kind of just saved their money, invested their money. That's how a lot of millionaires have actually done it, and it's something that we can actually follow. We can follow that blueprint, and it's all about kind of managing our money and investing it correctly. And the key thing is that it's not timing the market, but it's about time in the market. So, the longer you can stay in the game, the better. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years. And it's impossible to time the market just right, expecting like a big high to happen and then sell it just before a dip. It's just really hard. It's just like there's so many factors involved. Even the top, investment companies and stuff like that, they don't even know. They like to make you think they do, but even they don't know, and like anything can happen. So make sure you have the baby steps in place before investing. So this is something that Dave Ramsey talks about, and I really love it. It's about getting your things in order so that your investing doesn't get interrupted. And the most important thing about investing is just staying in the game long enough. You don't want to invest money and then having to cash it out because you need to deal with some sort of emergency. I want to be able to invest my money and almost kind of forget about it. So the key thing is, first of all, definitely to set up an emergency fund just to cover those sort of emergencies. I lost my job once, but fortunately, alhamdulillah, I had some savings in place. I also got like a fairly decent financial package. Otherwise, I can only imagine how stressful it could have been. And yeah, I remember I've had problems with my roof. We had like a BMW that had a lot of issues with it as well. So yeah, lots of things like that going on. And then we had to sort of quickly buy a new car. And also to pay off debt. Debt is one of the biggest killers to your wealth. If you're paying money towards debt, that means you can't put money into building your wealth. So, things like credit cards or just buying things on like finance and having it go on and then buying more things and increasing your debt is a really it's a thing that I really hate doing, and it can affect how you sleep at night as well. You're worried about money and things like that. So definitely paying your debt is really important. Then the next thing I talk about, which doesn't sound very exciting, is investing in my pension. And the reason why I'm so big on pensions at the moment is because of the tax relief you get. When you put money into a pension, it's before it gets taxed. So, ordinarily you get your salary and then the money's taxed and then it's gone. You'll never see that money. But with a pension, you can actually top it up and really build up a good sizable pension by putting money into your pension and then getting that tax relief. So in the UK, if you're a regular sort of taxpayer, if you're in the kind of medium bracket, it's about 20% goes in tax. You can actually claim that 20% back. So if you put £100 into your pension, you get £20 on that is covered by the government. So you're only just paying £80, and that really can build up in the long term. So I'm really big on pension, and I know it's something a lot of people don't talk about or understand, but it is one of the best things we have to invest in. And I can access this money when I'm about 58 years old. I can start going into that money and using it if I have to. So, if I wanted to stop working at some point, then yeah, that's something I have as an option. And what I do is I follow Dave Ramsey's advice, which is invest 15% in my pension. Why 15%? Well, from the research, and this US focus, that seems like a good number. And I just like the simplicity of it. I just had no idea how much to invest. It's hard to tell. You want to go out and get your pension pot sort of building up. So 15% just sounds like a good way to get going. But yeah, I just want to say, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please check out my other video where I talk about cutting up your credit cards.